Hey, David and Christy and Jenkins. Welcome to Hondo, Texas, home of the Fighting Owls, the Hondo Fighting Owl high school team. uh, it's Memorial Day morning, about 7 o'clock. About time to go to work. Another day at Wally World. Open 9 to 7 today, Memorial Day hours. Big sidewalk sale going on down at Walmart, so I believe Mike and Patsy are going to do some filming of the town, of God's country here, and maybe they'll get a shot of Walmart or something. But this is my new apartment. Probably be here a year or so, so maybe y'all can come by at Christmas or something on the way to Seguin for Christmas. Maybe stop by and spend the night out on the sleeper sofa. Other than that, I don't have much else to say. I guess the appropriate thing to say would be, I guess the appropriate thing to say, like I was saying earlier, would be that when you drive through Hondo, don't drive through it like hell, because then you'll end up in the jailhouse rock. So thank you very much. Thank you. Good luck in Memphis. We'll be seeing you.
And Christy, here it is, Memorial Day. Mom and I just left Brent, thinking about going home. Thought I want to welcome y'all to Hondo. This is what you see when you drive into Hondo, Texas. This is the main drag, and we'll be adding some more to this and talking to you a little later. We're at Brent's new place of work. Do your shopping at Walmart. I think we have a sidewalk sale today. You can see it's probably the most popular place in Hondo. And then talk to Brent before we head back to Seguin. So we'll continue later. Well, David and Christy, here we are, coming down the road, going to the Holcomb to Southwind Loop. Just thought we'd show you what it's like coming in and show you what you can see maybe come December. Of course, you know Mom as well as I do, by December, no telling what's going to be different around here, how many new trees we're going to have, or what's going to be changed. Remember, there's our two orphan trees. If you'll remember the ones we found when we first bought the place. It had been cut down and mowed, and we picked up and planted at the gate. You can see all the trees are growing quite nicely. These were all just looked like about a pencil, the trunks did, and had to stake them down just a few years ago. Now they're coming along nicely. All of the trees in the yard are getting there. There's that big Spanish oak there, red oaks, one Mom gave me for Father's Day a couple of years ago. It's getting to be just about as tall as a house. And then, of course, the one in the circle is the one that she planted in '84 when I was working in Birmingham. And I remember it when she came by when we were thinking about moving back, and it was all messed up. She had to get out of the car and trim the branches around it and so forth. Fence line are some of the newer ones we planted, and they were all, of course, also very, very little, and they're growing quite well. A couple of years now, Mom and Miss Georgia Spear went out to somewhere close to Nixon to a tree farm, and she came back with that. I don't remember what Georgia came back with. You can see her leaf that her and Martha made one night while Sarah and I played basketball. And her geraniums are doing well on the plant area. I don't know if you remember that. She dug up and the trees in it and so forth. And the bird bath that has made its rounds. Myrtles she's already telling me we're fixing to dig them up and plant them somewhere else. So chances are that'll be different when y'all come in December. Been to Southwind, to Eastwood, to Southwind Loop, to Birmingham and back. You can remember those trees were real little and had to be staked. You remember when y'all were playing golf when we first moved back, how small they were. Garden, we got bell peppers, we got squash, we got tomatoes, and we've got cucumbers. But wait till you see the peaches this year. They have really done good this year. I could get some close shot. We've already harvested the plum harvest and starting to ripen. Let me see if I can get some on there. There you go. So you can see some. Got that, how they got that branch nearly on the ground. I didn't thin them. I thinned them, but maybe not as good as I should have this year. And you can see they're all throughout the tree. Pretty good peach. But most of the trees have got a lot in them this year. That means we'll have fresh peaches. We'll have peaches and cereal. We'll have peach cobbler, peach ice cream, and we'll probably end up giving most of them away. They will be good. Well manicured the yard is. We cleaned it and mowed it Friday, but you know your mom. It's a centimeter taller than it was after we cut it, so we'll probably be cutting it again tomorrow or the next day. Can't see where you cut, but we'll be mowing it. There's some shrubs that we've planted, and of course our deck and so forth. Bird's eye view of the back, and then we won't bore you much longer with the yard and the house and stuff. Here's the back porch. I imagine Mom's in there all resting since it's Sunday afternoon. Probably reading the paper, loafing around, not doing much of nothing. All right, I tell you what, we'll go feed the fish, and then we'll wait and work on something else. Trees, so we're getting ready for winter. Some skeets and stuff, getting ready for winter. See the barn, the big oak, and so forth. Thing back, everything's going pretty good this year in Greenville. We had lots of rain for this time of year. In fact, it rained a little on us yesterday. So let's get on down to the tank here. See if the fish are biting today. Do this and throw out food at the same time. So bear with me, it might get mixed up here in a minute. They usually don't come up as good when it's hot. There's a few of them coming up now. Start eating. You notice we got a lot of little ones this year. We had lots of babies. They look and see. She's everywhere. And you see, oh, there's Bubba. That one we named Bubba. See him going there? Billy Bob will be around here in a minute. Oh, where you going, Bubba? He comes right up to the bank nearly. Oops, don't eat the other fish. Come right up close to the bank. There's the bank. There's Bubba. You can see, oh, the fish is everywhere. Usually they do a little better when it's a little later, because this is right after lunch. They usually do a little better when it gets cooler. Start trying to catch some of these bigger ones. We need them, get them out of here. Guess we'll do that rest of the summer. Right on the bank nearly. Right up to the bank anymore. Guess we'll have to let Mama get her net out and catch them. Yep, the food's just about gone, so they're gonna be taking off. See? You're gonna get dry docked here in a minute. That looks kind of like Bobby Ray. Better go back up to the house, David. As soon as I catch some, I'll do a cleaning show for you. Show you how to catch and clean catfish the South Texas way. But anyway, I guess for now you've probably had enough of Southwind Loop. So we just kind of look from a different angle, and we'll close out until just a little bit later, and then we'll come back to you with some other messages and words. So we'll be talking to y'all later. Okay.
Hi, David, Christy, how y'all doing? I'd like to introduce you to the new member of the family here. This is Mr. Rodeo. He was born April, he was born not too long ago, July 15th. Picked him up in San Antonio. Mr. Benson of New Orleans Saints fame furnished him for me. This is our new baby. Nice and comfortable for those rides to Memphis, Tennessee, or up to College Station for football games. Got the little baby horn. Can you see inside?
Yeah.
Inside we got the back opens up. Plenty of room for Christmas gifts. See that? Lots of room for Aggie chairs or whatever you want to give this year. This durable back seat here. Go do some fishing. Head up to Fun Valley. Visit the Blundells. Guess that's about it. We're gonna go try to catch some fish here in a little bit. See what we can do. Mom said if you want to help make a contribution to make a few payments on this thing, then I'd be more than willing to take them. And Pat will take a swim in.
All right, welcome to the Catfish Holcomb School of Catfishing. If you missed our first show on how to catch catfish, we'll hope that you'll want it in the future and we'll send you a copy. But we went down there for about 10 minutes and caught a few fish. Now for our show today, we're going to show the techniques of cleaning these catfish, because you gotta clean them right if they're going to cook right. And then of course our next show will be frying them. We're going to dedicate this show today to old David and Christy Holcomb down there in Memphis, Tennessee. Down there on that Mississippi River, they might have a catfish or two that they could catch and eat. But it'd be hard to beat fishing here at Holcomb Lake on old Catfish Holcomb's place, because they're awfully good. Well, the first thing you got to do to clean good fish cleaning is to have a sharp knife. If you don't have a sharp knife, good and sharp knife. Oh, just kidding. But you got to have your knife good and sharp if you're going to clean fish. If they're not sharp, they won't work. We got our knife ready, we got our buckets all ready, we got our cleaning board and our pliers, and all we need is the fishes. We'll start here with one of the little bitty ones. This is a little old blue cat that Brent caught a little bit ago. I think it's about 5.5 pounds. So what we're gonna do it the easy way instead of going to a lot of trouble. So you just start cutting right behind that fin, and you just cut, and you just cut. Just cut the skin all the way around. Just cut the skin all the way around. You don't need to go much deeper than the skin. Back up to right behind the fin. Good sharp knife makes that easy. Boy, that's going to be lots of good eating. And you go down the back, make a cut down the back, all the way to the tail. Ooh, look at that tail. That fish must eat a lot. I think that's one of them fish eats all my food. Then you do one down the belly, right on the side of the fin. Just cut that knife right down there, all the way down to the tail. There you go. Oops, get back in there, gut. You don't want that in the way. Now you do one on the other side, all the way down, and on this side of the belly. Because we're just going to get the good meat off here. Not going to waste a lot of time. But we want to clean our fish and get them ready to fry. So, when we fry them, they are some good. I tell you what. Next thing we're going to do is get that skin off there. So we're going to take these here special skinning pliers. These are catfish pliers. Catfish. And pull that skin off. Throw it in the bucket. Turn him over here. Pull that skin off. Pull that skin off. Throw it in the bucket. Down here, pull that skin off, throw it in the bucket. That's the bucket we're gonna throw away. We're not gonna keep that one. And I think that's just gonna about get it. Then what we're gonna do here, we can go right down that backbone, start filleting. Right down that backbone. Start filleting. Start getting that good old meat off. Start getting that fillet off of there. All the way down to the tail. All the way down. And we go back up here. Go back up here. And get it off and not a bone. Look at that. And not a bone in there. Then we'll cut us some little slices here so it'll be good for frying. There we go. Oh, you talk about good. That's gonna make the kitchen smell good. And we're gonna do it out. And then we're gonna do the other side the same way. Oops, the thing's bleeding a little bit here. I guess I'd be a little upset if I was that fish and somebody skinning me alive, but here we go. Down the other side, just like that one. Right against that bone. Right against the bone. So we don't miss any meat. Go right against the bone. Right against the bone there. Right against the bone. All the way to the tail. Cut him off. There might have left some there that I can go back and get. Let me see here. Nah, I don't know. Let's see. We can get into that meat there without making a mess. No, I don't think so. I think we did a good job. Sure is a skinny fish, isn't it? Now we'll get this one, cut us some pieces here, and then when we get them cut, we'll wash them good and put them in a freezer bag. Now that's catfish cleaning. Don't take any time. But that's it with more catfish hokum here. We just swim away until next time. And we'll be seeing you a little bit when we put them in the freezer.